everyone, and welcome to Agfluencers. It's quite a long time ago we have our latest conversation with the inspirational lady, and I'm very happy to say that we are back. And today, Agfluencers are speaking with Diletta Di Iorio. And just briefly to remind you, what are we doing here at Agfluencers? We are here to tell the nice stories, great stories of women in sustainable agriculture. And this is our mission to show the world that there are tiny voices of many women and we are in one loud voice together. So I'm so happy to have you, Diletta, here today, and I'm sure we will show how women are powerful and what they can do in sustainable agriculture.
Hello, everyone, and hello, Marina. Thank you so much, first of all, for inviting me here. I'm very honored and very excited to have this chat with you. Very, very excited. So, thank you.
So let's just go straight to the subject. Please tell us about Empower Agri and how have you started with your own idea to start business?
Sure. So, I started Empower Agri actually this year. So, more or less in April, between April and May of 2024. And this idea actually of starting this concept of Empower Agri, I had it since many years, and why I started is because I really want to, my mission is actually to really help farmers, and really make an impact, right, in this sector. So not only right in an economic way, so right to help farmers like in the indirect way, so basically helping, for example, now, as you can see, mostly LinkedIn, right, helping AgTech companies understanding farmer user, but also like in a kind of societal way, we can say, so to reevaluate, right, the profile of farmers.
I want to know about your real experience. You started to say this point. It's very interesting to know what is your background? How did you get to this stage when you decide to do this?
I decided to do it because, so my background, my family, is a farmer family. So especially from my mom's side, and
Okay.
yes, and so they were smallholder farmers. So a lot of struggle, and in the post-war, Second World War, and it
Hmm.
was like very difficult to farming. Like everyone, I think, was experiencing that, and within generation I can really see how was difficult to actually farming, what were the struggle, but also like in our society, how farmers are perceived. And I really believe that we should evaluate more their profession, because it's very important. We should protect them, not only like in an economic way, or like, okay, we want to build products to increase their yields, to increase their ROI, etc., but
Hmm.
also like in a societal way. So really
Yes.
we should protect our land keepers, because it's very important, it's essential. So during my career, I saw many times that there is this misconception, and working closely. So the first part of my career, I worked very close to farmers. So I was advising, and I had different role as agronomist, especially for production. And the message that was always there was like, we are the last one.
Mm.
No one is caring, and
Hmm.
so I really wanted to make a difference, at least try to do
Hmm.
something that is have impact, and
Yes.
try to give more power to
Yes, I
those.
absolutely understand you, and that's why I decided to speak directly with you at Excellences, because I'm in my soul, in my mind, I'm the same, and just I
Yeah.
understand, as I frequently say, that um, everyone would like to eat fresh, healthy food
Yeah,
at least 3 times a day, and
exactly.
someone needs to grow this food. So let's think about farmers. So,
Yes.
but my question now regarding this business aspect of your decision to help farmers. So, you said you started in at the beginning of the year, and I'm sure you have met lots of challenges. So, can you tell us a little bit about your challenges and also how you cope with that challenges?
Yeah, so the challenges, right, that since I started, is also like, I saw there's a lot of disconnection between, right, companies and final users. So really like to like a big challenge is also like how you position yourself and how you make your message clear and your message clear, how you can help companies, right, to achieve this goal, and that this goal of really understanding final user needs is very important. Sometimes it's very difficult to make this um, clear to my potential clients or to clients where I talk to,
Mm-hmm.
and um, and I see there's a lot of misconception also. Like sometimes you really need to make clear your message, your position. Of course, it's also like a challenge because I'm a solopreneur, so
Yes.
from the message, the marketing part, the selling part, so sales call, and then also like
All on
all
your
the
shoulders. Everything is you.
yeah. So like these memes like. Congratulations to the employee of the year is myself, me and I.
Yes. Yes, and I'm sure you have many other hats next to this, which
Yeah,
you need just to swap and have another one, and sometimes even simultaneously. So I absolutely understand you.
yeah. So I think it's also very, very
Yeah,
challenge,
this is
very big
challenge.
challenge. This is a very big challenges, and I think also like another challenge I found is sometimes you really like find a lot of ego, right? And
Mm-hmm,
so it's very difficult to um, sometimes having this very constructive or discussion with people, because I mean everyone is learning and no one knows everything, and
mm-hmm,
sometimes you really find this with a close hand discussion, and it's very difficult to for me like understanding how to manage this, and also like difficult to understand, because if you have this mindset,
mm-hmm,
then I believe also like you're not growing. So
mm-hmm.
it's actually, I mean, in my experience, there is quite had encountered many times, this challenge.
And
So
I want also to go back a little bit. And you said that there are some cliches and some misconceptions which you are trying to fight with. So can you just give us one more example of this? So what is the most popular which you are just trying to say? No, 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 no. There are other point for this.
yeah, sure. So for example, like one of the biggest misconceptions that I have
Mm-hmm,
experienced in the last 10 years, but even more actually, because I experienced with my family, and I experienced also
mm-hmm,
within the business, is that farmers don't understand, they don't adopt technology because they don't, there is this ignorance, cliche, like they don't know how to, or they are not, prone to, which is actually very wrong, because it really depends on like the person, if he is willing to adopt the technology or
mm-hmm,
not, based on the use case, or based on like its own situation. But they manage so many things every day, and this is very big misconception,
mm-hmm.
in my point of view. I don't know if you also have encountered that.
I
um,
absolutely agree with you because we also work with these innovative technologies, and so many people are thinking that there are only existing solutions for fintech, for edtech, for other areas which are, let's say, more customized for this. But in fact, there are also solutions for agriculture, and we just need to speak about them and show how they work. So hopefully together our forces will be joined. But tell me also, please, where do you get inspiration not to give up? Because I have spoken with other ladies already. We have 10 guests before, and all ladies say that yes, it's challenging, but we stay strong and we just try to move on. What is your inspirational resource? Maybe there are many of them, so just share with us, please.
So I think the biggest inspiration is my family history.
Mm,
Is we come from a very also like women. Mostly we are women, and they're all like super with a very strong personality, and basically there is a lot of discipline and working hard mindset. And so the motto is more like that: the life is a marathon. So
yeah.
you only lose if you quit. So you don't quit. You just try, and as far as you try, you are alive. You are improving your situation. So
Mhm.
I would say that this is my biggest also inspiration. Um, Also, like when I moved from Italy to other countries, I saw
Mhm.
also like other people migrating and in a different also context than myself, and so I could move in a comfort way. And they are really like inspire myself, because there are a lot of people, they come to Germany, or for example like from Mexico to US in a very difficult situation. They never give up, and
Yes.
it's very inspirational for me, all of this.
I absolutely agree with you because I also find a lot of things from the ladies who I speak with and from the gentlemen who I work with. And, there are so many people who are not giving up in even worse situation that I am. And I think, oh my God, how can I give up now? I just need to continue. And this is the way
Yeah.
how we need to do, I think, our job on daily basis. And
Yes.
also, my question, you mentioned Italy, and I know that you are a polyglot. So please tell,
Yeah.
how many languages do you know as of now? Because I remember you knew six, as I remember, yeah. So
Yeah.
how many?
So I learned six, but
Yes.
actually I speak four, at
And
daily.
what are the languages?
So Italian I speak mostly with my family.
Yes.
Then English I speak generally for work.
Mm-hmm.
Spanish as well. I also speak daily with my partner,
Uh-huh.
and German when I go outside. So sometimes it's a bit yeah, confusing all
Uh-huh.
of this.
Yes, I
But
can imagine for languages, it's just in one hand, in one head, and just trying to swap to exchange. Yeah, sometimes I think you have the word in
in another
Italian,
one,
but then you try to find the same in, I don't know, Spanish. Yeah.
yes,
So, but my question regarding the professional level. So you said that you can use them English or professional level, and your English is just brilliant. So, uh, how do you? Uh, how are you managing all these language differences in your daily routine? I am sure you are collaborating with different countries,
Mhm.
partners from different countries, so different time zones. So, what is your methodology?
So my methodology is actually to try to stay very organized and
Uh-huh.
schedule everything, really um, before, like with a lot of um, time before. So
Mm-hmm.
really on time, early on time. I think this also like living in Germany for these kind of things helped me a lot to give me even more structure on these, processes, and how to really like categorize and do more project management. So
Mm-hmm.
I try to schedule to do everything really like to also plan really like with months on time, and also planning the calls as well, and also having really an agenda.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, not with all. Sorry, you can do it. So
Yeah,
you need
definitely.
to adapt to your culture, because if I say this to the Italian, they were like, like we want to talk before, and then
Yes, yes.
so it's different.
I like that you highlighted this national differences and specifics because I absolutely agree with you sometimes. And sometimes people they are farmers, they are from different state of mind, let's say sometimes. And when you are sending, for example, agenda, this person is looking and just, are they weird? Why are they asking me like to have this in front of me during our call? So I absolutely
Yes,
like your uh, like very flexible approach, let's say.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
and
yes.
also I want knowing about your very good learning skills. So maybe you can share some interesting, maybe concept, maybe a word, like some specifics which you have learned recently related to our either sustainable agriculture or at all about like project management or something like which
Mhm.
is related to your profession, because I'm sure it will add some educational content to our video. So please share with me and everyone.
Sure, sure. So this actually week I learned a word that is heuristic.
Oh,
So it's
what is
actually,
this?
yes, exactly. So I was reading like a psychology book
Uh-huh.
about how to learn concept, and how our brain process, it's a very complex process or processes. And I think this can really be applied to sustainable agriculture, because we have very big and complex, right, concept. And
Mm-hmm.
the heuristic process is actually our brain, try to find shortcuts to understand this very big,
Mm-hmm.
complex concept. And I think also being aware of these heuristic processes
Heuristic.
is
Okay.
is very helpful for communication, in science,
Mm-hmm.
for example, sustainable agriculture. So being conscious of this is really helpful. So I was thinking how, I can apply this concept to, for example, like communication,
Mm-hmm.
or some complex. What is the usual mental, process that from a very complex um, concept, then we go to a shorter. What is the also like what we associate as well. And
Mm-hmm.
I learned that actually heuristic is, at the beginning I thought bias would be the different, would be the
Mm-hmm.
same. Sorry, but
Mm.
actually is bias. When you have a bias, is the negative, you know, negative.
Negative taste. Yes, yes, I
Yes,
absolutely agree.
yes. So I was really like thinking like, oh, you can really use this in, explaining very
Mm-hmm.
complex
Mm-hmm.
processes to people, and we should be more aware about this. And so I'm thinking a
Mm-hmm.
lot.
Yes, that's interesting, and it's very helpful, not just in terms of specifically, yes, as you said, for agriculture, it's useful, but for life. Life
Yeah,
skills are much more important in daily
yeah.
routine. And maybe also, as you mentioned, you learned it this week, maybe you also can advise us any either book or maybe you mentioned LinkedIn, maybe you are following someone inspirational, maybe you are following some in other networks, just to know other people who will be interesting to know about, let's say.
So regarding actually books,
Uh-huh.
I think I really like, for example, reading traveling narratives,
Mm-hmm.
and I found a very inspirational, like an Australian writer that she's called Robyn Davidson,
Mm-hmm.
and she actually wrote a book about a very big travel that she did from Alice Springs to the ocean in the desert with 4 camels. I don't know if you ever heard about this, but I think
Not
it's
yet,
very interesting.
not yet, but after you mentioned, I will just check because it's now interesting for me.
And I think it's very inspirational. I mean, in a certain way, like she prepared this. We can really like find similarity to what we are experienced right in this journey because she prepared for a lot of years,
Mm-hmm.
for this trip.
Mm-hmm.
That was like so she learned how to domesticate and have these camels and for years, and everyone was like saying like, no, you couldn't, you cannot do it, no, it's impossible.
Yes, I know.
And then
Okay.
finally she crossed the desert by like walking
Uh-huh.
and by herself. And yeah, and I found it very inspirational. And
Yeah, I'm sure.
eventually I found, yeah, I found a lot of, to me, what really works is also finding from a very different, fields,
Mm-hmm.
uh, get inspired from a very different field or very different story into, right, agriculture. I
Yes,
think that,
because it gives you a different perspective, a different, unusual, let's say, perspective. Because if you are just reading your professional book, sometimes you are unfortunately degrading, but you
yeah,
need to upgrade, not degrade. So yeah, I am so happy that you mentioned this book, which is like about travel, about camels, something which is not strictly linked to what we are speaking about, like
yeah,
apple scab and what are
yes.
the other things you want to work with. But I mean that uh, everything which is related about some challenge, especially when you're traveling. And yes, that's amazing. I want to read this book as well. Thank you.
I'll send you the details. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Diletta. It was a short and nice conversation, but I am sure that after watching this brief video, maybe some lady is now on the way to work. Other lady maybe is just cooking and trying to get interesting ideas. So I hope we shared some extra knowledge, extra light and sun with other ladies to join and stay in sustainable agriculture.
Yeah, thank you so much, Marina, again for also me having me today and give me the opportunity to talk more, and hopefully, yes, we inspire other people to never give up.
Thank you.